people. My name is M.Tommy, pastor, peace art ministry. Of course, I'm your brother, your friend, and always very excited to be on your screen. Yeah, I love it when you watch me. And I love it when I also see the comment section and talk to you. Okay, so uh, I'm going to talk about something, not because this video will be sent to me. In short, the very first day this video was dropped, I saw it and I was like, should I talk about it or not? But you know, my main problem, in short, the most reason why I come here to talk most time is because I don't want people that are not really strong and mature to take the truth. I take the lies for a truth. Okay, that's more reason why I talk about that. I know that quite numbers of us that are very strong and we know the truth and we know the lies. All right. So this South African lady called Sile, one of the actresses in that BBC documentary. That is it Sile or Shile or Silly? You know, the name sounds like silly. You know, someone being silly. You know, and she has a very big head. But to the best of my knowledge, I have friends that have very big heads, and that head contains so much. They know so much. I used to have this notion that people with big heads, are very knowledgeable, that sound. But she just proved me wrong. That people with not everyone with big heads, have contents. So I just saw someone with a big head that contains nothing. I don't know if that is water. That big head contains just water and blood. I don't know, but that's not the case. Okay, so remember, she was part of the people that spoke against the Islamic revolution of Prpht, and they acted like their movie very well. And she came out again and she said one or two things again against the person of Prpht. And this last one, just to open the year, she came out again with her lies. So allegedly, when they released their movie, that documentary kind of stuff, the guy, Jay Israel, came out and said, I can't stand this particular documentary, I can't support it because of the few faces and persons I've seen. This particular person allegedly silly. This particular person has integrity problem. And he started to narrate the experience and encounter he had with Sile. And up till today, Sile has not gone to say yes, he was right or not. So she has gone to meet the Prpht X. Prpht X is just like them too. Someone with a head that doesn't have any content to, that's their. In short, there are people you should take things. No matter what they say, it cannot be true. Someone like Ricky and Prpht X, it can never be true. Why am I saying it can never be true? Because they have never one day seen something good in anybody. No. All the men of God they know are all fake. All the men of God they know are all liars. Nobody is good in their eyes. They are only the good ones. They will think that this man of God is bad and they will come down. Then people will come and preach to you. So you can't trust such people, alright? So Jay Israel did this video. So before, the only way we want to answer Sile is, I'm going to play this video of Jay Israel alleging her, So I want her to go back and answer. Let her come back and tell us that this thing Jay Israel said are all lies. Because the same thing she's trying right now. She tried it with Prophet Jeremiah. She tried with a lot of people, allegedly on that video. And it didn't work out. And as I used to say, the only reason why they see these things they are doing against the person of Prophet is because they know that definitely they will not be taken to court and nothing will happen. Because at the very moment, at the slightest time, just like sleep on the feet, they will be in jail. Why? All these things you are saying, you have no evidence to back it up. In the courts of law, we talk about facts. No evidence whatsoever to back up all your stupid claims. They would have been there. So they just know. You won't see them talking about other men of God like that that are not as kind and humble as Prpht. They look for people. They won't try it. As I said, they can't try that kind of thing with people like him. You can't try it now. It won't work. But definitely, I've studied. This man has never taken anyone to court. There's no such record. He doesn't retaliate. Doesn't talk to anybody. They know. And that's why they're doing that. Okay? So, but let me play this video. In case you guys did not watch the video, let me play this video again for you to watch. And let me know what you think. So, she owes us this explanation to this video. And she owes us answer. I wanted to know the kind of person she is. No? So let's watch the video and let me see you in the comment section. Good morning and win forever.
Greetings everybody, this is Jay Israel Sr. the voice of reason, the voice of the voiceless, the voice of the people. It is with a reflective spirit that I address today the recent developments, raising concerns about the inclination of many Africans to readily embrace narratives that cast fellow Africans in a negative light. The irony lies in the fact that allegations from a British broadcasting company, the very same people who colonized our dear African continent, seem to be accorded undue credence, which I don't understand. This inclination to revel in the misfortune of our own, juxtaposed with a reluctance to do the same for individuals of other backgrounds, reflects a disheartening continuation of the pulling down syndrome that has persisted in Africa. What has happened to our African brothers and sisters? Anything that has to do with Africa, we are ready to attack. But anything that has to do with Europe, we are ready to defend. Turning to the specific matter at hand today, I find myself compelled once again to express my sentiments after a thorough examination of the claims made by the alleged victims of Prophet TB Joshua. My disappointment is particularly directed at Sile Bisi of the Kwanele Foundation, who in previous conversations openly admitted to me to prioritizing financial gain and displayed a willingness to go to any extent to secure it. To provide transparency, evidence showcasing Sile's engagement in blackmailing will be presented following this communication right at the end of the video. All the evidence is going to be there, and I want you to be the judge. Around 3 years ago, Sile made claims during an interview with myself, and I'm sure you all remember, asserting that she had been abused by Pastor Chris Oyakilome, and even recounted witnessing a sizable snake in the bedroom of Pastor Chris. Despite all these allegations, she failed to produce substantial evidence, illustrating how easily stories are embraced without due diligence on social media. I am to rectify my prior involvement in defaming innocent individuals like Pastor Chris Oyakilome based on unfounded lies brought to me by elements, liars, such as Sile Bisi and others. As an advocate for exposing false prophets and a champion of truth, I bring forth the authentic side of the first victim featured in the BBC News by the name of Sile, whom I allege was remunerated by the news channel to fabricate stories. In other words, she was paid, and I have the proof. My conversation with Sile exposes her admission that the snake story involving Pastor Chris was pure fabrication. To all members of the Christ Embassy family and Pastor Chris Oyakilome, I urge you to debunk all the claims formerly made by Sile Bisi against Pastor Chris Oyakilome, because she is unequivocally a liar of not, a disgrace to womanhood. It is very disheartening to report that Sile Bisi has a history of approaching various churches with the intent of engaging in intimate relationships with the men of God, subsequently fabricating rape accusations against them, just as she did with Prophet Philip Banda from Zambia, who is based in Johannesburg, whom she accused of abuse. Today, the truth is out, and supported by my personal experience attesting to her manipulative tactics, as evidenced by the presented conversations right at the end of this video. I want you to be the judge once again and tell me what you think. The evidence is there and it's overwhelming. These are chats between myself and her. Sile Bisi is characterized as a chronic liar, an agent of deception, and a master manipulator. Her false narratives extend beyond allegations against Prophet TB Joshua, encompassing the fabrication of stories about her own family, deceiving the public even with victimhood. She orchestrated her own husband's death, hired hitmen, poisoned her own husband, killed her own husband to gain insurance claims. Her threats and attempts to silence me further underscore her deceitful nature. I possess explicit photos sent by Sile to myself, and some claiming they were intended for Prophet TB Joshua. Yet she then alleges again that other disciples were blocking and preventing her from approaching the late Prophet TB Joshua. So when was she abused? Driven by a sense of responsibility and guided by the Holy Spirit, today I refuse to remain silent when the truth can counter the prevailing narrative demonizing a man even in his grave. Prophet TB Joshua, being deceased, cannot defend himself. And I have taken it upon myself as my moral duty to unveil the truth in the face of biased journalism. Regarding Sile's encounter at the Synagogue Church of All Nations, she visited SCOAN with Prophet Philip Banda. That is why you will see pictures of Sile at SCOAN. She did go there because Prophet Philip Banda was her then pastor. But regarding her close relationship with Prophet TB Joshua, it's a lie. She was never in any close proximity with the late Prophet TB Joshua. So when was she abused? When were all these rituals done that she's claiming were done on her? In response to Sile's threats of the BBC News pursuing legal action against me, my name is J. Israel. I stand resolute, denouncing partial journalism and embracing the pursuit of unbiased truths. I shall not succumb to fear. My conscience impels me to share revelations that contribute to a more accurate understanding of the events in question. Prophet TB Joshua has helped millions of souls globally, and this mere campaign is designed to discredit his legacy and destroy the good works that he has done over the years. I will not sit down and watch. I will not sit down and just watch all this happening in my sight when I know the truth. I would like to give my final response to everyone attacking me for defending the truth, attacking me from speaking the way that I'm speaking, asserting that I have exposed individuals before, including the late Prophet TB Joshua, Prophet Jeremiah Omoto for fame, wonderful man of God whom I love so much, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, Apostle Joshua Iginla, Prophet Makandiwa, Prophet Yuberangel, a great prophet of our time, the prophet to Christianity. I am no longer that person. I choose peace with all servants of God. I don't want conflict with anybody. I elect here, therefore today, to have a love for all servants of God. But I will not countenance falsehoods that may bring ruin upon innocent individuals in the name of speaking out or social media. Subsequent to my dealings with Sile, my focus will shift to Bisola, the lady with eyes locked in mutual gaze, who alleges abuse, but purportedly sought matrimony with the individual in question, and it was unsuccessful. She wanted Prophet TB Joshua to marry her.